Welcome to Oroho Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful monochromatic 3-inch mandala stone. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm from the Netherlands, hence the accent, and I love to be creative. And this turned out exactly as I had envisioned, which is kind of rare for me because usually I don't really have a plan except the color combinations. Yeah, if you want to see how I make this, then, well, you know what you have to do, right? Sit back, relax, unplug your phone, put your feet up, make sure the kids are all taken care of, so you will be able to immerse yourself in, I don't know, the next 40 minutes, depending on how long this video is going to be. Yeah, just, enjoy. Okay, hello. I have well, basically, I already prepped the stone, but I wanted to show you what they look like. So they're very small. The last video that went online was with this one, and you can kind of see that it is the same diameter. That was the word I was looking for, but when you turn them, you can see that this one is more like a bun and this one is very flat. So today I'm going to paint this one, and I am going to use from Decoart the Americana in Coral Cloud. It's this color. It's kind of, I don't know, a salmon-y color. I have no idea. And then also this one, the Arteza Iridescent acrylic paint in A802. And let me show you what the stone looks like after I have prepped it. So here she is. I hope that the shine isn't too bad, but basically what I did is first I put a base layer of Coral Cloud on. I let that dry, and then I put 2 coats of this one on, and then you get that lovely shiny iridescent surface. And I'm actually going to paint today with Coral Cloud. So the tools I'll use, I have few different types of dotting tools. So I actually just received this set in from AliExpress, which is shorter than the other set that I have, and these have straight tips. So I was like, let me kind of try them. I wrote down the sizes, so I will let you know. I also have these, which are bent. The tips are bent, but I kind of want to try straight tips again. I also have this set from the Happy Dotting Company, and there will be a link down below in the description box where you can find all my favorite stuff that I use for dotting. I did cast this stone myself. I also used a mold by Happy Dotting Company, and I use kind of a gypsum cement mix. Most people use Ultracal, but it's quite difficult to get here in the Netherlands. I have found a store, but it's quite expensive. So I went experimenting, and I actually have a combination of, if you live here, maybe you know the Knauf brand. They have a pouring gypsum. That's what I use, and I have a rapid set cement, and the division is 60% gypsum and 40% cement. That's what I used to cast stones. Well, thank you. I just received coffee. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Oh, everything is falling. So we're first going to start marking out the grid. So the mold that I bought came with this. You can kind of choose if you want to. So I just grabbed a gray watercolor pencil. I don't want to push too hard because I don't want it to basically leave marks in the paint. It's faint, but I can at least see. And then I have one of these, but it's bendable. So I'll just line it up. One of my cats came in. The window, my window is open because we're in summer, and because of the lights, it kind of gets pretty warm here. So if you hear birds, if you hear children, that is the reason. Okay. So I have my compass here. I'm going to kind of see if it's in the center. Looks to be, so let's draw some. It's going to be very faint, and again, I don't know if you can see it. I don't even know if I can see it. The paint kind of feels a little bit sticky. It is dry, but it feels a little bit sticky, and it's probably because right now it's pretty humid here. I live at the Dutch coast, so it's kind of warm. But you know what? Otherwise, it's just something new. What is it? Hello. There's another. I have 5 cats, so yeah, I'm the crazy cat lady. What can I say? Anyway, this is kind of where I'm going to leave it, and let's shake up the paint and see what kind of center dot we want. I do have something like this which I can use just to make it a little bit easier, but the plan is to just use one color. Okay, for the center dot, what's the size I want? It's a small stone. I kind of want a delicate size. Shall we go to the 10? Sure. And the aim is to get it in the center, so I need to kind of bring it in a little bit closer so I can see it. Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's kind of okay. Center dot is always very nerve-wracking. I don't know why, but it is. I think it's kind of in the center, right? Okay. And yeah, this was a 10 millimeter. Okay. Next, we're going to go for the first row of dots, and I don't want to have the smallest size. I think I want a 1, which is in this case the smaller end of the pink tool that I have here. I will link this down below. I actually think that they're very cute with the sparkly and such. So I'm going to tilt the stone. You can see it as well, and I can see it better. And I don't know if you can kind of see the marks that I made here, but I'm going to go on the top mark first. It can be a little bit, I almost want to say a little bit closer in or a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to switch and to go to the bottom. I'm going to the side. And I'm going to follow the grid marks because the dot is, or at least for me, never really on center. So I'm just going to, this one I need. Follow the lines that I put down, and then I'm just going to fill it in. So I'm just going to start next to one dot and then the other. So I'm switching, and now I can kind of see that I can probably fit 2 in. Like that. I also need different glasses because apparently, you know, I'm old. Well, I'm not. I'm 47, but sometimes eyesight is like, bitch, you're way older. I'm going to go to the 1.5, which was my red one. Oh, it doesn't matter because the other side of this tool is a 1.5. Oh, so I'm going to go in between. Can you see the dots of the first row? I'm sorry it's a little bit harder to see with the shine, but I promise it will be stunning when it's done. I have a vision. I don't have a plan, but I have a vision. And the Americana paint from Decoart, it's a liquid paint, so it will flatten, and it also kind of needs a little bit of space. So just, you know, take that into consideration. Next, I am going to go to, am I going to go to the 3? I think I am. Let's make a bigger dot. Like that. Then I'm flipping the tool, which is a 1.5. Going to make a top dot. And then we're going to walk the dots. So I'm dipping my tool in lightly, and then I'm going to place a dot, and then without grabbing more paint, I'm placing more dots. And sometimes you make a boo-boo and they flow into each other, but you know what it is, what it is. If you feel that your dots are getting too big, just wipe off your tool and then start by picking up more paint. Next I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do swooshes. So again with the 3. And again make a top dot. Do you have to make so much noise, honey buns? Cats are loud. Let's see if I can do that with the 1.5. So I'm placing a dot and then kind of dragging the paint down. So I'm using the tool as a paintbrush. So I have the 1.5 millimeter, I load it up with paint, then I put it down, I keep it on the stone and then I drag it down. And then here I have to drag it up, so that's going to be fun. Oh, I did a thingy. I think I'm going to go to a 4, which is going to be from the Happy Dotting Company. Again, a top dot. Like that. That's cool. Then I'm grabbing my 3. I'm going to walk the dots again. Shall we make some big swooshes again? Yeah, why not? So I'm going to go to the 4 tool again. And I'm going to make some bigger top dots. So I'm just dipping my tool in a few times in the paint. It will probably run a little bit more, so that is a shame. That's the downside of this paint, because it's so thin. Now we're getting to the curved sides. And it can start to run down the sides a little. Okay. I think I'm grabbing my, I used the 1.5 for that, didn't I? I don't remember. Let's grab the 2.5, which is the purple one. I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. Let's see if I have enough paint on this tool. No, I do not. Okay. flipping the tool. And I'm kind of pulling it down a little bit more. I'm actually going to do it differently. I'm going to load up a dot with paint. Kind of start pulling it, then flip the tool and pull the rest down. Okay. With the 1.5 millimeter, I'm going to make 2 dots. I will show you. There. Just next to that bigger dot that I just made. I'm also going to make one on just above it. And then I'm going to place a few below so that you get that. You see? Let's see if I can. I hope you can kind of see what I did there. Now we have the center spaces to fill in. I think I'm going to do swooshes again. I think that's going to be cute. Okay, I want kind of a bigger... I'm going to grab the 4. I still kind of have a line here. I'm going to aim for that. Kind of place a lot of paint. Then I'm grabbing, I don't know, let's grab the 0.8, a very, very small tool. And I'm going to pull the paint up towards the center. Like that. Okay, then I'm going to go to the 3. I'm going to do the same thing, but then besides it. So I'm going to go, you kind of have that ball there. There. And there, so slightly lower. Then I'm grabbing that 0.8 again. So that you get that. I'm going to go to the 5.5, and above that one, just a little bit below, I'm going to put a dot. Going to make them slightly bigger, so just load them up and then push the tool down a little bit more. However, I can kind of see that it's going to run down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the paint up in the dot itself. Yeah, this is going to be finicky, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want a ring around the dot with the same, so not walking the dots, I just want a ring around the dots, all the same size. And how do you do that? You grab your smallest tool, yeah, the 0.8, and I'm going to dot all along, basically what we did in the center. So that you get that. Oh, that. I am taking the, let's go to the 3, and I'm going to walk the dots. I'm going to place a top dot. Being careful not to dig my fingers in any wet paint. Then I'm going to go to the 4, and I'm going to do the same thing. And the reason that I'm picking it up is A, so I can show you, and B, because for me it's just easier to see what I'm doing if I am looking, basically working like that, even if it's like this or that. It's probably because I'm a lefty. So if you're right-handed, you'll probably go the other direction. So for you, it's probably that way is then probably easier. Do I have it? Yeah, that was the last one. Okay. Can I lift it up? I can. I have no idea where that ring is from. I don't know. But it's handy. It's fun. I have my 2mm, and the you have that dot here, then there's one dot below that, and then there's one dot below that. Yes? Okay. I'm going to line up with that dot, and I'm going to walk the dots to this part. Why? Because I think that's cute. That's why. I had this, well, it's actually in between the two smaller dots. I want 2 dots there, and for that I am going to grab the, we're going to grab the 5.5. And I'm kind of, can I show that? I hope it won't slide off, but here, just where the stone curves, I'm kind of going to aim just on that part. Let's see if I can show you. Pick it up very carefully. So the stone curves right there. That's where I'm kind of trying to place the dots. Very carefully set it down. So here she is, all done. I do want to add a base or a final layer on top. It's going to be a shiny layer or a glossy layer. But this is how she turned out. And I really, really like it. I do think though that the next time that I'm going to make a design like this, which I am going to lighten up the Arteza, what was it? Coral cloud just a little bit. So it pops a little bit more. But overall, I'm very happy how it turned out. So let me know if you're going to recreate this. Let me know if you got inspired. You're making maybe your own color combinations. Let me know down in the comment section below. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. And check out my description box as well, because everything you need to know will be there. Also, the link to my store will be there, where this one will be available. So yes, this was it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.